that simple. I'm not going to deal with bullshit. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. Tonight we're going to be playing here on Hutan Pantai. We're going to be messing around with some rice. And I thought quite possibly about trying to make some rice cakes. Because we can do rice cakes down at the canning facility. See what that's all about. We also can do rice flour over at the flour mill. Or the grain mill, if you will. And I got a few questions for you. One of those questions is, would you be interested in a video that is basically all about, well, not all about NPCs, but basically a video where we just chat it up with all the various NPCs to see what they have to talk about. I've been thinking about doing that video, and I just don't know if there's going to be interest or not. I think I'm going to title it something like, I talk to the NPCs so you don't have to. Kind of just like the tutorial video that we dropped earlier today. Now the question was, does rice leave straw? And let's see. And the answer is no, because I don't have an option to change the swath. So rice does not leave straw. All right. So just turn this on. Yeah, the AI, I mean, overall, the AI is a lot better in 25. The way they simply turn on, they turn within the field, no matter what. So if they can, they will turn within the field, which then means that you can have things like this water pump right off the edge of the field. And as a result, you know, you don't run into it. Your helper doesn't say, "Oh, I'm stuck." Right? Last night we had the helper do some mowing jobs and do some windrowing jobs on non-rectangular shaped fields, and they did a great job. They didn't skip anything. There wasn't areas the grass wasn't cut. There wasn't areas where the grass wasn't tedded or windrowed. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing a video on contracts and how those have changed. They're basically different in almost all regards. And gone are the days of getting basically excess rewards from your contracts. Contracts are going to complete out with basically 99% of what's on the field. You're not going to have a whole bunch of extra. There was also a question, and we're going to try to resolve that tonight. Can you plant other crops in a rice field? Or will it only let you put rice in a rice field? I don't know. I haven't tried it. We're going to find out. AJ, my Halloween was not non-Halloween. Nobody came by. I was streaming. I don't know what day of the week it was. Was Halloween on a Friday? If it was, then I was streaming Wreckfest. No, Halloween was Thursday because my kid came home early from D&D, and his sister took him out Halloweening, and they really didn't get much because he came out late. So let's pull up the countdown timer. 2 days and 11 hours. I adjusted a countdown timer based on the Giants infographic as to when Farm Sim 25 will release. I do believe that's going to be a near global release at that time frame. Giants hasn't specifically said so yet, that's also going to work for Steam and Epic, but I feel that the release time frame is interesting enough that it could have been set up to be a global release based on one or two platforms that are a little less flexible. Yeah, we had dinner just before the stream. Oh, mod ability, no idea. I don't mess with mods, so I don't bother looking to see how moddable the NPCs are, since I have no intention of ever really doing any modding. Precision farming is not in FS25, at least not upon release. You see some of the great animations we have going on here with respect to the rice. No, AJ, I've never been to Las Vegas. Yes, you can definitely run over straw windrow. I guess it's just visual. It's not that deep. Gamer Old Man, thank you very much. We try our best. We try our best. I try to get the information in the video as quick and as concise as possible. It's like the nighttime video, it was just like 3 minutes or something. And really, it didn't need to be much more than just showing you the night sky. And the rain was kind of a nice bonus. But I just wanted to show off the night sky and the Milky Way and the moon. The virus, no one has said anything about Steam release, but I have a feeling it's going to release globally on all platforms around the same time frame. So Giants has an infographic. I can pull that infographic up and we can look at it. And then you can try to figure out when that is going to be based on your time frame. Alright, hold on. Okay, so here is the release time on November 12th. So depending on your time zone, will be when that releases. Here, I'll put it back up for you. All right, so November 12th. Take a look, figure out which time zone you are closest to, and that'll tell you when it's going to release. They don't say anything about which platform this is, so I'm going to go under the presumption that it's all platforms, but until they say Steam, it's all simply just a guess. Gamer man, there should be a join button below the video, and the join button will then have information on the levels of membership. If you don't see the join button, it's probably because you are on a iOS device and Apple insists on taking 30% of anything purchased on iOS. So YouTube just says, nope, we're not going to put a join button on that platform. So you have to check it on a different platform if you're running on an iOS system. All right, well, that's that. I'm going to run down here to this field and just hire the helper off. And then I want to start working the ground on this other field. I thought I told you to go. Work. Do your job. Oh. Now do your job. Where are you going, dude? Where are you going? Let me know, do y'all prefer this third-person camera? I honestly feel like it's a bit more jerky, visually. I'm not super big fan of it. No, it was in steering assist mode, and it didn't work. So the question was, can you plant other crops in a rice field? Or is this somehow now restricted to rice now that it is a rice field? So I figured let's cultivate it, and I've got a planter. Let's see what we can plant. Gamer Old Man, thank you for being a farm baron. I must apologize. I didn't prep the stream with the sponsor names, so we're just gonna have to say this video is brought to you by all the members of the channel. Thank you for your membership. There's no unfold. Wait, what's this control group? G. Oh no, there's no unfold. on the white. What's up, Schultz? No, I don't think there is a fast baler. In the starting machinery. No, you didn't miss any crashes. Not yet. I also thought about maybe doing a field over here of spinach or peas or beans. I don't remember fact sheets the moment I stopped recording the video on it. Now, why would Twitch want you to raid into a competing platform? Right? Why would they do that? How's everybody doing this fine evening? Any interesting information you've seen, you've heard about, you've found out about? So I know there was a comment, someone made a comment about the fast baler not being in the garage video. And it probably isn't if you didn't see it. But there will be ample Giants mods dropping over the coming first few weeks. Either things that just weren't ready for launch day, or things that were excluded from launch day for whatever reason. It's just, I mean, I'm moving my mouse, but the background just feels jerky. There's your deformation. I'm not a super big fan of how your character runs around either. In fact, I put in a bug report on it. It's like you're skating on top of the ground. And it just doesn't feel right. And when you turn on flight mode, it's like you automatically turn on super speed, because your character suddenly moves around a whole lot faster, and as a result, like you're just all over the place. So I'm not really a big fan of that. I gotta be real careful when I'm flying around. And I'll slam into something. Alright, let's go. Let's go see if we can't plant something. No, we're not doing poplar. I already did some forestry. You'll see forestry on the contract. Oh, we gotta go get frickin' seed. All right. So, like, watch this, okay? So, I'm walking. All right, I'm running, and I'm gonna turn. It's like, you see how I keep moving in the same direction after I turn, and then I start going in the other direction. And when I jump, it's like I lose all forward momentum. Whereas in 22, if I did this, the turns are instantaneous, right? I can turn on a dime in 22. I turn on a giant radius in this. Let's head down to the shop, get some seed. And we'll just take out all the signs. Hey, hey, that's not safe. Jeez, people. Yeah, they pass you for nothing now. Heaven forbid they hold you up, or you hold them up. Yeah, so I'm not a big fan of the drifty character. And I think I experienced that when during the preview event too. And it just felt a little off. Even though I have zero idea what equipment will show up and won't show up as a result of being added post-release. Alright, let's get ourselves some feed. Think big, the golden CR11. No, you don't get damage from crashing. Alright, can we plant wheat? What can we plant? We can plant canola. We're not planting poplar. Alright, let's see if we can't plant canola up there. No, it's still magic seed. We can only get so close to realism. I mean, the game is not targeted around. It's not a hardcore sim. If it was a hardcore sim, it wouldn't be anywhere as close to as popular as it is. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm talking bad about Cat on Crops. But you can see where Cat on Crops got with their bigger focus on more hardcore. They failed. They folded. They ran out of startup money. Did they squander the money, or did they bite off a whole lot more than they could chew in the initial development? Or was there just not enough interest at that more hardcore level? Right? I mean, if you had to literally come here and find... Imagine if we hybrided this with... Oh, there's mud. Imagine if we hybrid this with Car Mechanic Simulator, and you had to find all the little grease points and grease all the little grease points before you could do anything. You know, every 100 hours on the tractor, you had to come in here and remove the filters and do oil changes on it. And you end up spending a day just maintaining your machinery, clicking on every blessed thing there is to click on. That would appeal to like 3 people. Just saying. Alright, we are planting canola in a rice field. So there is 0 restrictions on putting another crop in a field that is prepared for rice. So I guess if you wanted to, you can make sure every single field of yours was flat, and you could make every single field of yours a rice field, so you can do whatever you want. I'm sure you probably could still flood it if you wanted to. Sure. Now, someone had said that it cost me money to flood the field, but I'm not losing any money. So you see where we have ruts, right? That showed up right away because it's lower than the water plane is. Oh, now we're dumping the water out of the field. Alright, that's a little interesting, but okay. But you can also come here and... You can come in here and go into B demolition mode. And... B... Do you want to remove the rice field? And if I... Oh my god, what happened? So... It's not... It's just dirt, right? Now I'd have to come in here and plow this up and create a field and make a normal field out of it. Or I can just put the field back. Oh, how is it? Oh, all right. Let's B. No. And we went to right click spin it. All right, there we go. Right. So I'll just put it back. I was extending it too far over here, and as a result, it was impacting over here. We had what, like 2,000 liters off of that field. Of course, it probably wasn't fully fertilized or anything. Yep, that's what I said in the video about rice fields. Wherever you want to pump, that's going to be your first segment. So when does so green beans are ready to harvest, peas can be harvested, spinach can be harvested. All right, that's fine. So let's see if we can find a pea, spinach, or green bean field. Rice is not all that bad. If you don't want to use little baby machinery, then just do long grain rice. You can plant that with a regular planter and seeder, and you can harvest it with your giant harvester all day long. Get you going. Let's see if I can put this in a silo. That motorbike is a little bit harder to control than you think. I'm just saying. Yep, you can put rice in a silo. Confirmed. So we have wheat, barley, oat, canola, sorghum, sunflower, soybeans, corn, long grain rice, rice. Alright. Turn that off. Let's see if we can't find a field of green beans. Where are green beans? We have 3 fields of green beans. Are they ready? No, they're not. I don't even know which ones they are, but they're not ready yet. Nope. Okay. Peas. We have a whopping 1 field of peas. Field 11. It's not ready. Alright, how about spinach? Alright, we have 3 fields of spinach. 17, 39, and 44. Nope. They're not ready either. Okay. What's this? 32. That's wheat. Alright, well. Notice grass is now selectable. Grass is now active at the start. You can break up rocks if they are part of the, if they're coded to be a rock that's break upable. You're not just going to be able to come up here and bust up just a rock. Just a random rock. But there are rock crushing contracts. Right, here's one. Just like there is contract for dead wood. And there's contracts for, you know, other things. Wood transport. All right. So Ravenhawk wants me to get a bike. There we go. There's our bike. Let's head into town. NDG, thank you for subscribing. I want to show you the farmers market. I think it's really cool. Alright, we're coming in here into town. And here's the farmer's market. Like I said in my video, I just thought about seeing people toss fish around in this cool little farmer's market area. Thank you, Janos, for the sub. If you're in chat, say hey. Oh, can we go in the arcade? Dean Dreamin' live in concert. Oh. Pans, cakes. I don't even know where we are. Oh, we lost it. Oh, we're dead. Oh, whew. I'm trying to figure out where we are and I can't see. Well, Grump, if you don't even know where the map is, then when you're critical of things, it just makes you look stupid, quite frankly. This is an East Asian map. So if you don't know what's going on and then you're critical of the game, it just looks bad on yourself. Honestly. At least if you're going to criticize something, be educated and informed about it. Oh, how do I reset something? Maybe I go to the map and click on it. Right, let me get away from... Oh, wait. Have y'all ever seen yourself swim? There you go. Maybe you never seen yourself swim before. It's East Asia. So... there you go. I'm swimming with my sunglasses. First person swimming view. Breathe. Right, alright. Alright, hopefully we're away from that now. Reset. Yes. Okay. Alright, then let me go over here. It's a little bit of old and a little bit of new. No, I can't say I've ever been to Asia, so I really... oh my gosh. I really don't know firsthand, but... right, we got some rice patties there. I don't know. We're going up this hillside village. Oh yeah, the little ape thing. Yeah, it can't climb this. It'll stall out every time, right? All right, here we go. Full speed, full send. We're totally. Oh, we died. What did you do? Put nitrous in it? You gave it 1,000 horsepower. So this map has 3 farms. You haven't seen the map tour. Alright, here we are. We'll just park this right here. Oh. There we go. We can't go that way, it's fenced in. Alright, here we go. Oh, you're gonna add a 5th wheel to it? What surprised me the most about the new release? Well, I mean, I haven't really had a chance to put a whole lot of time into it yet. We've had some things that we've not had announced, like the change in career mode. I was pleasantly surprised to see the international pickup, but that's only because I've got some nostalgia for an old international scout, and this is about as close as I'm going to get. So there's that. I mean, visually it looks just as good, I think, as all the screenshots that we've seen. I've been pleasantly surprised at the ground deformation. I was fairly critical of it when I was seeing some early screenshots, and I felt that it was still overdone at the preview event, but it doesn't feel overdone at this point. Christian, no, not a day early. It releases for everybody on November 12th. At this time frame. So take a look at your or take a look at this and figure out when your time zone is. And, you know, that's when you should be able to play, regardless of which platform you bought it on. All right, sorry. I had to get up and turn on a fan. You get a bed box, but not like a sleeper box. But honestly, you know, I'm not a vehicle or implement whore. I could care less what tractor I use. I only don't use John Deere because there's way too many fanboys out there that think John Deere is the best thing ever. And the more adamant you are about how awesome something is, probably the more adamant I'll be not to like it. So John Deere fans, be damned, you're your own worst enemy when it comes to me using John Deere stuff. If suddenly no one gave a flying hoot about John Deere, then I might use it. But we know that ain't ever going to happen, so there you go. But I do have a little bit of nostalgia again for Case IH, because growing up 30-some years ago, we just used International Harvester tractors. There weren't Case tractors, Case IH tractors at that point. So I think since nothing's ready to harvest, let's speed up and go through a night. I'm gonna go through a night out on the town. Oh, it's raining. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I mean, it's really coming down. We don't have... Is it hail? Or is it... It's not lightning, it's just the light. And the clouds. Remember, we have shadows, cloud shadows now. I mean, it kind of looks like hail. It's bouncing on the ground. So. Oh yeah, Schultz, I see that now. In the upper right corner, we have when we get close to the trailer, we now see how full it is. Oh my gosh, it's coming down. It is hail. Holy, but Jesus. I guess we don't need our windshield wipers when it's hailing. Holy shit! Would you people calm down? My gosh, you don't freaking pass on a hill like that, you moron. Jeez. Yeah, the road was wet. We'll come back to it once we put this dumb thing away. Are our tracks getting wet yet? No. I mean, it's just pouring down the rain. Oh. All right, we're gonna get soaked. Go, 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 go! So our concrete's wet now. You see it's shiny. You see the water on the water on the road. We have water droplets on the road. Yep. Game's stale. There has not been one thing changed about it since it came out. I'm seeing nothing new. Can we cover this up? No. Alright. Do we want rice cakes or... Do we want rice cakes or... bread flour, bread... rice cakes or... rice flour or rice oil? So we can make bread. No, we gotta have rice flour. What do you want to make with it? Rice oil. Alright, I gotta figure out where the oil place is. Holy, what? Oh, shit. Where did it go? Where'd it go? Oh, look! Look right by the truck. I tagged it, and now it's saying go that way. 1,182 meters. Alright, so that's pretty neat. See, there's gonna be so many of these aha moments over the next week, 2 weeks, as people just find things that randomly haven't been announced. Alright, so here we are, the oil mill. Alright, let's see if we can exploit, can we exploit this? Let's sell this at the oil mill, and then let's buy the oil mill and make stuff with our product. Did they patch this little exploit? Yes, they did. So all of my rice is gone. All right. Well, you know what that means. Oh, flour mill. Where are you? Grain mill? No, oil mill. Oil mill, 13. All right, production points. Bill level. Where are you at? Bill level 13. Let's see here. Rice. And let's put, how full was it? Let's say, I don't know, 6,000 liters. That work? Or I probably can't do identifier, fill type name, fill level, right? Rice. There we go. 6,000 liters. We'll say we did that. Activate it. All right, here we go. What's this thing hold? What's this truck hold? $7,600 liters. Yeah. I'll give you that. That's probably close enough. How do you know the factory? You run a list. So you do a list report of the productions. So 1 through 13, right? And then so production 13, and then you have to know the names of the fill types. I'll have a video coming out early next week of all the console commands you should know on day one. You want to configure this truck? So we can do standard or extension or Bale trailer. So standard will hold 3,500. Extension will hold 7,600. Bale trailer will obviously do that. We can add a trailer hitch to the rear versus a little step. And we can change the color. And we can change the rims. And we can change the plate. There you go. And then we have, yeah. Oh, this one's way decked out. I hadn't even looked at this. So we have day cab, sleeper, long tandem, short tandem, single exhaust or dual exhaust, intake, 1 or 2, sun shield, yes or no, slim pickings. Ha! We can put air horns on it. Red. Ooh. Right, red doesn't have any door. Black. Brown. Or beige. And we go with wheels. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So the CV, I know you can do like day cab or a crew cab. All right, looked at that. You can do a flatbed, a tipper, box, body. You can change the color of the interior or the exterior. With a black grille, black bumpers, and black rims, right? We have the ugliest electric vehicle you've ever seen in your life. There's something else that comes in electric version. I forget what it was. At any rate. All right, let's Let's do this. And let's make it nighttime. Nighttime in the city. Oh. So hopefully we won't get the. Hopefully they'll patch the light switch effect. Jelly Farmer, thank you for being a member for 7 months. No, it's not Tuesday yet. There's our mood. Super cloudy tonight. All right, let's go check out the. Oh, I'm probably going to be hit by YouTube for seagull sounds because there's a really terrible sound artist, music artist, that made a song that has seagull sounds in it. And I'd like to tell a story about back in 17. I would get copyright flags whenever I was down by the docks. And the seagulls were too loud. And it would flag that crappy artist. And I basically told YouTube that they could stick it because that artist can't copyright the sounds of nature. And yeah, I won every single one of those. See, I'm in flight mode and I'm running like super speed, and I don't like that. So here's the city at night. Yeah, electric trucks have no place on the highways. I mean, they can't have any sort of range. Now, according to the blog post about this map, there had to be some optimizations with respect to the town here in order to get performance where it needed to be. So I suspect that's why we really don't see a ton of pedestrians walking around. And why traffic is really light, right? It's kind of like post-apocalyptic city. You don't see anybody. But I think that had to be done in order for performance reasons. There are a ton of different console commands. Well, that's the sugar mill. Trying to get back to my truck. Not yet. Not in the base game. That doesn't mean we won't see them, you know, soon thereafter. So we got to come down here to what? Seeding. Find our planters. So our biggest planter is the Kinsey at 18.2. Then we have the Maestro at 12, 9, and smaller. All right, let's go back to the farm, and we will sleep. Yeah, 300 kilometers ain't nothing. That's like what? 150 miles? Yeah. Truckers drive that like before lunch. Alright, this will take us up to the farm. So I never heard. Do you wanna see a video on talking to the NPCs? Right? I thought about doing a video where I run through all the convo options there are on all the NPCs. See what they have to say. Alright, so, right, we have a different sleep command, so we can pick when we want to wake up. There we go. Oh, man, look at those rays. Anyway. You are... We don't have a stare down. You don't have a stare down. So what you want to do? Harvest. What are we harvesting? Sorghum. Green beans. Oh, let's do this. You ain't paying me nothing to do this though. Carrots. Sure. Would you get in this? Oh my gosh, get in the dang harvester. Alright, there we go. I freaked me out when I loaded into the map and I turned to my side and there he was. Alright, I was trying to figure out which field I needed to go to. Yep, I got a video that'll drop probably on Monday about the dash cheats and dash skip start videos. And then right after that, there's a video on how to enable the dev console. And then after that, I was going to drop a video on day one console commands. Because, you know, without having easy dev controls, we gotta do things a little more manually. But there is now a really cool feature, GS. Yeah, let's do that. So, like, if we run the set field state command, we now get this nice UI that can pop up, and we can pick what field. Right, what crop do we want in it? What growth state do we want? We want weeds or not. We want stones, right? Yada, 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 yada. And apply, and presto, whammo, there it goes. So it's a lot easier than trying to do it all via the command line. Alright, let's see here. Let's hit X. Unfold this thing. Let's turn it on. And there we are. Checking beans in the back. Lonnie, what is up? You want to see the train? Alright. Oh, look at the dense fog. Jeez, it's foggy out there this morning. Crab steering? That's what I assume you mean because, you know, crab steering doesn't make sense. Let's see here. Let's go to Control Y. Crab steering left. Let's do H. See what happens. As he tries to figure where the heck am I in the field. This crab steering still enabled. Yeah, it's still enabled because he's driving crooked. I think he's driving crooked. See better when he turns, I guess. Yeah. I think he did do the all-wheel steer. Alright, let's come up here to the train. Alright, let's rent the train. And we just have to wait. Peas is just a regular cedar. Spinach is a regular cedar. And planters are for beans, green beans. Alright, so let's do this. Steering assist. Oh, I didn't do that. Stop. So there's your crab steer. I mean, it just works, I guess. Colin, thank you for the sub. So crab steer seems to be fine, I guess, with steering assist. Right, like it seems to take that into account. Well, it looks weird, but that's the way people do it in real life. So your front tires and your rear tires are offset for compaction. Alright, sorry. I was muted. There's the train. So you can see off in the distance, that's the second farm. I think anybody that wants to play this map and go farm big, they're going to want to start on that farm right there. This is down here in the flats where a lot of these big fields are. Adam, there's no word with respect to Game Pass. At least I doubt it's going to be on Game Pass day one. Typically, Game Pass announces what games are going to be coming for a given month, right? And there's been no Microsoft announcement as to Farm Sim 25 being on Game Pass in November. I would suspect at some point it will be on Game Pass, but just not day one. We want to return our train. Just like Riverbend Springs, there's a warehouse. The warehouse both buys and sells things. So we can pretty much buy and sell any and all productions here. But it will get a bit expensive to do so. And then this map has a huge temple complex that you can build out. But it's going to require a massive amount of work and investment. Deliver all your goods to here. And you can see the first stage is just 8,000 or 6,000 long planks and cement bags. It doesn't sound too bad, right? There's over 50 stages to build this temple complex. And you're going to need to ultimately deliver 414,000 planks, 474,000 wood beams, 54,000 cement, 96,000 roof plates, and 12,000 boards. Over 50 some stages. I don't know how long each stage will take, but let's just pretend I saw this earlier and I was like, what's up with that? I think this is crop damage from our sleet, from our hail. I mean, it's all over the place. Oh, this is where our peas are. So I'm thinking that's from the hail. And let's get this fog out of here. Oh, look, it's fading away now. The sun's out. Is it going to ever burn off? I mean, it's burned off mostly, other than right through here. Alright, anyway, we're gonna need to get that tractor. Sure, you can Bale Poplar with steering assist. You should be able to do literally anything with steering assist. Because you're still driving, you just tell it to lock the steering lanes in. So if you can do it, then steering assist can help you do it. And you should be able to bale poplar with a hired helper too, because it's not picking up a windrow, it's following a crop that's in the ground. What are you doing, dude? Are you like stuck? Are you confused because I took a hunk out of the field? It looks like you're confused, dude. Yeah, there's the baby baler that we had in 22. So it's still here. Standard twine or empty. Does it come with twine or not? Okay. What's up, Mr.? Yeah, the fog is pretty heavy here. Yeah, I thought the unload animations looked real nice too. In 22, we had a bunch of pom-poms. It felt like we always saw pom-poms when we were unloading things. So, a few housekeeping items. We are giving away 3 copies of Farming Simulator 25. One for PC and 2 for console. One's going to be for Xbox and one's going to be for PlayStation 5. All giveaways are linked down in the description. The console giveaways are for a disc version of the game. So if you don't have a disc version of your console, then I guess you're going to be kind of out in the cold for that. The PC giveaway is redeemed off the Giants eShop. I will be concluding all 3 giveaways tomorrow, approximately 24 and a half hours from now. So tomorrow at 10 p.m. I'll be drawing all 3. I'll be emailing all 3 winners. And if you have won the console copy, then you will basically be asked to provide your mailing address and name. And if I hear back soon enough, I'll have it in the mail to you on Monday the 11th. As far as the PC giveaway goes, I will email you the Giants activation code, at which time you can go to the Giants website and download and preload the game, get ready for the activation on November 12th. So you can find links to all 3 of those giveaways down in the description below. If for any reason you want to pre-order the game, based on what you've either seen here tonight or what you've seen in other videos, there are also pre-order links down in the description. One is to the Giants eShop that will deliver you a digital download from Giants. You can preload that and be ready to activate on the 12th. If you want to pick up the collector's edition, there is an Amazon affiliate link. And that same Amazon affiliate link will allow you to download, or not download, also allow you to get a console physical disc as well for PlayStation 5 or Xbox X or S. Yeah, it's I think overall it's a fairly nice UI upgrade. What is a bit frustrating though is the shop UI. I am not a fan of this. These categories make 0 sense to me, and the order makes even less sense to me. They're not alphabetized. Things are in multiple categories, so why aren't all drivables in drivables? Why is combine harvesting way down here below yield improvement? Why is baling way below combine harvesting? I mean, if you're gonna do these categories, put them in alphabetical order at least. And then I got a general clue as to where things are. Make it searchable, that's right, make it searchable. So I'm not a giant fan. And lots of people have let others at Giants know that they're also not giant fans of that UI. I suspect we're kind of stuck with it, but maybe we'll get mods that resort the shop. Ooh, sorry, a nagging cough. Oh, I've been dealing with that for a week and a half. Yeah, the miscellaneous section of miscellaneous is a hoot. But I guess we're gonna have cloudy. This low region, I guess it's gonna be cloudy all day long. Now, I mean, oops. I like this. So all the loaders and everything related to loaders is here. Right? I like seeding and everything related to seeding, including viable seed, is here. And it's also down here under objects, right? So things can be in multiple categories. And there are some things that are in multiple categories. But like what like drivables? Why not just call it tractors and trucks? Because this is drivable, but it's not in drivables. But, you know, we're not consummate praisers of everything. There are things that we don't like. There are things we can tweak. Like, fog is nice, but at 2:30 in the afternoon, I don't think I should have fog here. I can't turn the fog off, no. No turning the fog off. Maybe it's because we had that giant hailstorm yesterday. So let's show lines so we know. I wish it showed us where we were. That'd be nice. So I guess we got one more around. Let's see, we're out of the fog over here. So I do know that there is still a day one patch that we don't have access to yet. So I got this on Wednesday of last week, and they've already delivered one patch to us who have early access. And I know there's another patch in the waiting. I don't know if we're going to get that patch on Monday, or if basically everyone will get that patch on release day or not. I mean, it's over here by the trees, right? But I don't know. So I know there are some things that we have found and reported that have already been fixed and are waiting in that patch. I don't know if this fog is one of them, but the eShop version, you will download a patch after you install. So the way it works, you've downloaded probably the same version I have, which is, I don't know, will it tell me? I probably can't see unless I go to the main menu. It's like 1.2 something. So you've probably already downloaded 1.2 something. And when you launch the game, all right, it'll ask you to enter your code. You'll enter your code to activate. And once it activates, then it will basically tell you that there's an update to download and ask you if you want to download it. You'll download the update, it'll install, and then you're off to the races. So yeah, the eShop installer does everything all on its own. I think I'm on, I don't know. Wish I could zoom in on this line. The only thing you really need to do is keep track of your activation code. Should you ever have to reinstall the game, you'll need that activation code. Yeah, it's you can force it, yeah. But typically you don't need to force it. Unless you don't want to update or something. I mean, that's how we who get early access are able to jump into a different branch that is password protected. I do wish we had cheaper harvesters for green beans, peas, and spinach. Just because they're rather expensive and all. Well, I call the executable directly too. But ultimately it runs the launcher. In the background, you never see it. I don't know who makes. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of. I wouldn't be surprised if Horsch doesn't make these types of harvesters. like how on the back we got the splatter effect on the rear, right where the beans are like hitting the back of the hopper. So it's doing this turn for me. I'm not turning right. See if we get different compaction now by crab walking. Oh, we're stomping on our crop. Good thing we don't have crop destruction on contracts. Well, I guess this fog is going to last all day long. Duncan, I really don't do favorites. And other than tonight, I haven't really dealt with rice or any of the other crops, so. It'll definitely make in-cab driving easier. And knowing that you're not, you know, missing on any of the, missing anything. I think people that want to do forestry will do it. I don't think there'll be more people doing it. But by having it in the game, it's definitely going to be accessible to more people than it was locked behind a paid DLC in 22. As far as the yarders and the winch and some of that other stuff. There's no rock treasure, no. There's also nothing to spawn stone. So, oh, you can see the crop destruction here. Now, so this map has a bakery, a BGA, canning factory, carpentry, grain mill, sawmill, spinnery, sugar mill, and the oil mill. Pre-placed, so it's got a lot less production than Riverbend Springs. So if you want to do concrete, then you'll need to supply your own stone, or put down the placeable that spawns stone. So you can always place this. No, wrong one. Right, but it's $100,000. But it'll spawn stone as opposed to having to collect stone. Well, I think it was that way with Holt Bale the Rune too, wasn't it? I think Elm Creek. Is that right? I think Elm Creek had more productions in it than Holt Bale the Rune, and definitely more productions in it than Earlier. This map has less than Riverbend Springs, and Zielonka has less than this map. So Zielonka has all the productions that were part of that map in 22's premium expansion. Plus, it now has the BGA, and I believe it also now has a sugar mill, cement factory. But that map has no buildables, no constructible mission. So the only thing buildable on Zielonka is the pianos. I mean, I think if you're into larger agriculture and things, then I think this map has larger fields that you can somewhat combine. There's less fields by far, but I think you can combine some of these into larger fields in this interior, and that is a player farm right there. So I think this map would appeal to folks who want a larger scale agriculture. I think Riverbend Springs is designed to make as much use of the new things as possible. And maybe to its detriment. Like, there was some pretty disappointed comments in my map video. I guess some folks were disappointed about it. And it seemed like maybe they were disappointed because they wanted more of a focus on ag than the other stuff. So this map would probably be better, or Zielonka would be better in that regard, because it has less of a focus on production and less focus on just general other things. But they also have less farms, so there's less player choice. No, there's no animals pre-placed on this map at all. So that middle farm is just arable. So if we come over here, for one thing, it's close to a gas station. It has a regular greenhouse. Right, so that's not a tree sapling green or rice sapling greenhouse. That's just a regular greenhouse. There's a couple sheds here. Your farmhouse. We have just a barn. And that's it. Oh, there's a silo. Right, so, but it's right smack dab in the middle of all of this mostly flat farmland. Meanwhile, you have the starting farm, which we were at, and then you have this farm, which is kind of built up in the shallow of a mountainy area. And it just has a few basic sheds. But it also has this miniature sawmill production. Fuel. There's lime here. There's a silo. So farm 4, which includes the farm, is 480, 192, 243, 281, 499, 341, 305, 500, 499. Right. So small farming. The other farms right here, kind of modest farming. This is going to be your big ag operation. I mean, imagine if you made these giant rice fields for long grain rice. The baby sawmill can do the same thing a normal sawmill can do, just less of it. So it makes planks, long planks, and wood beams, I guess, and requires logs. Right, we got all these little miniature, smaller micro productions. Yeah, so those little micro productions are great for just starting out. Because you don't have a ton of money. You can't afford a $400,000 factory. Or a $300,000 factory. But you can buy one for $36,000. And it will take less input, obviously. And it will produce less output, obviously. But if you're just getting started, then it's fine. Good night, Raphael. In fact, we're just about ready to cut her down here too. I think we'll try to finish this contract out. We don't have too much longer to go. So yeah, you can get your feet in the door if you're doing, yeah, you can have a small time bakery, and you can put your bakery on your farm, and then you can put one of those little kiosks like we have on Riverbend Springs right at the start of your right out your driveway, and right, so there we go. Here's the dairy. Right, so you put a placeable dairy down, and you can make your cheese, your milk, your chocolate, your butter, whatever. And then you can put one of these down somewhere, or maybe this bigger one. I'm sure it will sell more. And it'll be like, you know, a local farmer that's got some greenhouses and has some eggs, leftover eggs, and they just put the stuff out by the roadside for the community to come and buy it. Right, there's a lot of emulating reality in some of this smaller size stuff. So I've got a video tomorrow, I think, dropping on productions. It doesn't run through every single production. I'm not a fan of those videos because I think once you have the concept of how production works, you don't need to see how does the flour mill work, how does the oil mill work, how does the spinnery work. They all work the same. You put stuff in it, it makes things, it outputs it. Right? But what you do need to know is, like, for example, right, like your oil mill. It makes these things, and it uses rice to make rice oil, or like your canning factory, or right, you can make cakes with rice flour, right? So you need to know the recipes, kind of, and things, but you don't need to run through every single iteration of every single production. So what my video does is it shows you basically that we have multiple dairies that we can place. So this map has its own unique bakery. Riverbend Springs has its own unique bakery. I think Sri has its own unique bakery. And the game itself has 2 bakeries that you can place, 2 big bakeries, and then has the micro bakery. Right? So from a player standpoint, there's 3 different bakeries you can place down at any given time, and they're different visually from each other, but they all produce about the same thing. Just the bigger bakeries will produce more over time than the smaller one. But what that also means is for mappers are going to have potentially 5 different bakeries to choose from when building out their own map. So it's not going to be like, oh, here's the bakery that we see on 90% of maps every time. right? There's going to be more variety, or the potential for more variety, and the potential for higher quality buildings as a result. So here, right here we have, woohoo. Right, so there's a bakery. Yeah, kind of like an American style bakery. This is more of a, I don't know, European style bakery, I guess. Non-American style bakery. Or then you have the small bakery. Right? And inside the small bakery, we have a lot of assets that people could strip out of this little bakery and make their own little small stuff. Or, like this map. This map's bakery is Robin's Bakery. Well, you can see this almost anywhere. Right? So you can pull this out of a map, make it placeable at it, put it in your own map. You take one of the other two big bakery buildings and do that. Take the bakery out of Riverhead Springs. Lots of potentials. Nope, none of these assets are locked behind DRM. All base game assets are unlocked. That's what makes it so great. That's why I hope we see in the first couple weeks of the game launch, I hope we see Silver Run Forest drop as a mod map. Because if we do, right, then as a mod map, it's unlocked. People can put the roller coaster in their maps. People can put the sailboat thing. All right, where we need to take this to somewhere. Canning factory. Okay. All right. Oh, let me get out of this dang fog, please. Oh, thank goodness. Right, so the new mod map, or the new DLC map that's coming at the end of next year for the Year 1 Season Pass, that'll be locked up behind DRM. We can't do anything with that. Oh, you hear the sounds of the trailer? Rattling around. So, and I know this time Giants provided to silver level modders and higher early access. So I don't know what it takes to get silver. I don't know if it's like 5 million downloads or something. But if you're at silver, then you are a fairly prominent modder with respect to the number of downloads that you have accumulated over some period of time. So those modders have access to the game now to start playing around with files and ideas. They don't have access to the editor yet, but they have access to the files. That is correct, B101. People are really excited about that because of that. And here's the tin factory. Turns out that's just a canning factory. It's not actually a place to make tin or anything. Oh, we are wrapping up, Scooter. Sorry. I was going to complete this contract and then wrap it up. Which we just did. Why is this thing running? Oh, it's not running. It's this stupid little thing. Alright. Alright, folks. That's going to do us for the night. I want to thank y'all for coming out and watching. And hope y'all enjoyed this little bit of gameplay that we had on Hutan Pantai. I did drop a video earlier that is related to this map. So if you haven't seen the map tour, go check that out in the channel. I've got videos dropping pretty much every 4 to 8 hours over the next several days. So I think there's a video dropping at midnight tonight, so in about 2 hours. There's a video dropping at 8. There's a video dropping at noon, 4, and then we'll be live streaming again tomorrow night at 8. That's when we're going to be giving away 3 copies of Farming Simulator 25. Links to those giveaways are down in the description below. 2 of those are going to be for physical disc versions for PlayStation 5 and Xbox X, and 1 will be a PC Giants eShop copy, so go check those out if you are remotely interested. And until next time, happy farming.